Hey guys, it's Moonlander back with another horror movie review, and today we're going to be looking at a new movie available for rent or purchase on Amazon, and it's called Alter.
Do you know what you've done? I don't know!
So when I was doing some research for this movie, I noticed that there was trivia available, and a lot of times it's not on some of these lower budget independent films that are new releases. But this one actually had a couple of things, and wow, they're fascinating. So as you can see, the weather depicted in the film was true to life as it rained on and off in between takes. Wow. And this marks Ancila Duvall and Jesse Parr's debuts in a feature film. Okay. So let's take a look at this Jesse Parr and see who he is. Okay, so he has quite a bit of trivia listed for being a new actor who's only been in Alter, and even since this movie has only been in Alter. This is interesting. Has worked with Alter director Matt Sion's wife, Heather Sion, on numerous Christian plays performed for Sierra Pines Church. Wow. Oh, okay, and he considers Meryl Streep one of his greatest acting influences, especially from Doubt. He also has a trademark listed, black and gray golfer cap. So anyways, this movie is a found footage movie. So it starts off by showing these newlyweds staying at a nice hotel. For some reason, the husband is wearing a camera attached to his forehead. And while they're in their room, they're visited by this dude that claims to be a part of the hotel recreation staff, and he's like wearing a flannel shirt and like jeans with holes in them, but this guy opens the door anyway, and this guy tells them how this night walk trail is closed and won't be available for them to use. And so now you know that they're there to do some trail walk at night, I guess. So anyway, they decide to go anyway, but they don't use the trail. They just kind of walk through 2 feet of snow. And then they like happen across this altar, and that dude that works for the hotel is axing somebody that's holding a knife, and then he turns the axe on them.
I really love you, you know that?
So, the movie gives you an idea that there's an altar somewhere out in these woods, and the hotel staff will kill you if you happen across it. So now the movie jumps to a brother and sister, and the brother is going to film their camping trip.
So you're really getting into this whole filmmaker thing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, Dad would.
So they ride along with one of her friends, and their car overheats and they get stuck while the rest of the group continues on to the campsite. And then while they decide to stay with the car and wait for it to not be overheated, and they're visited by the hotel staff, and he warns them, you know, with the axe in his hand, that they should probably turn around. And of course they ignore this, and their car starts, and they end up getting lost, and they find an older couple that's camping, but they learn that they're 4 hours away from where they were intending to go, so they decide to camp with this older couple. When they wake up in the morning, they find the couple missing with blood in their tent, and they do discover this altar. As the movie goes on, you learn that the guy with the axe isn't the only thing they need to worry about in these woods. So the things I liked about this movie is it was mildly entertaining, and I wanted to keep watching it so I could see how really dumb it was going to be. So the things I didn't like about this movie is the cameraman. There's only one camera, and this guy is supposed to have Asperger's, and he is played by Jesse Parr, this amateur actor who only has experience in Christian plays, I guess. But anyway, I found this portrayal of Asperger's to be very lame, and I don't really think they even knew what Asperger's was. And yeah, so I think it would tend to come across a little more entertaining in a movie than it did in this one. And I also have to say, in a movie like this, you just got, when you're making it, you would hope they would just embrace that it's a dumb movie and, you know, throw in some cheap thrills like gore, nudity, or, but yeah, you don't get any of that. And this movie does have some pretty women in it. It sure would have been nice if they would have thrown it in. And I guess the thing that really bugged me about this movie is the ending is completely thoughtless. I feel like they were just like, now it's over. So yeah, that was probably the most offensive part of this movie, was the ending. So my final thoughts is, this is another crappy found footage movie. I had selected movies that I had pre-screened in order to prevent paying to watch something like this. And somehow this one got by me, and it was on my watch list, so I rented it. And I feel like a fool for having paid to watch this. I do not suggest it to anyone. And I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next review.